Hi, this is Dave with the Multidimensional Show. Livia Devi is a yoga teacher, channeler, energy healer, Shaman practitioner, and Ayurveda massage therapist. Her journey into spirituality started after an intense healing crisis following a burnout that put her on the path of self-discovery, self-love, and self-realization. She trained in India and Ireland, blending the Eastern ancient wisdom with the Western knowledge in her teachings and healing methods. One of her greatest gifts is the connection with her star family, the Arcturians, an advanced civilization assisting humanity in the awakening and ascension process towards the fifth dimensional Earth. Through her teachings and channel transmissions, Livia is serving the world with great honor and joy, inspiring people around the world to move into a heart-centered way of being and step into the new age of light. Find out more about Livia and her services at transcendandascend.com. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, we're very excited to be hosting this live chat with Livia Devi. And we've had a little chat with Livia Devi and the story that she's got to share about her life and about her journey to this point and how it's accelerated and how she's now has this wonderful connection with the Arcturian race is just astounding, actually. And we were really inspired. We're really excited about hearing more and sharing this experience with you. She'll be sharing some of her life story and what she offers and what she does now. And then in the second half, Livia will be channeling the Arcturians. So, yes, very good.
So we'll keep everybody muted for the first well, for the whole thing apart from the Q&A bit, but we'll keep everyone muted. But if you do want to put questions to us so that we can fire them off in the break, there is a chat option at the bottom where you can send messages. There's also a raise hand button. So during the Q&A in the middle, before we do the channeling, if anybody does want to pipe up and say anything, you're more than welcome to, but just raise your hands and we'll unmute you so that we haven't got everybody kind of talking at once.
Yeah.
So, but thank you to those that have joined us today. We're very excited about this one.
Yeah.
We've not done this kind of interview before.
Yeah.
So,
without further ado, shall we go straight in?
Yeah.
Okay then, Livia, over to you. Nice to have you with us. How are you today?
Thank you. Great. Thank you very much for inviting me to this show. It's a real honor, and I'm very happy to sharing this space with you. And I'm excited as you about this co-creative experience and having online also friends and other people that have been drawn to this interaction and this show. I'm really excited. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, a real pleasure. And we're just really pleased that we have such a good kind of response to this. Obviously, it's well needed and it's at a good time when I hope people feel drawn to be inspired and maybe connect with your journey and the Arcturian race. So yes, maybe we should start at the beginning then and ask you to introduce yourself and what got you to where you are now.
Yeah, so my name is Livia, and my journey was quite interesting because everything happened for me very fast in 2016. I worked in 15 years in a corporate environment, so I was totally embedded in the third dimensional world. And I never thought that this change would happen to me. Somehow, when I was 18 years old, I had connection to spirit. I knew during my lifetime that one day I will probably shift my life and I will do something else than I'm currently doing, and I'm not going to follow the path that all the collective is following. But I didn't know when that will happen and how. So I started in 2016 actually to do yoga meditation, and that was the moment when things started to shift for me very, very fast. And in 2016, I was working for a big IT company, a multinational, and I had a management role in that company and many responsibilities and projects that I was managing at the same time. And I had the circumstances that I was in, the responsibility, stress, and some personal circumstances brought me into a very extreme point of my life when I had a burnout. And in that moment, everything started to shift. So I started to hear frequencies and voices in my head, and I had a period of a couple of months where I started to connect to different frequencies, and my pineal gland and my mind couldn't differentiate between the different frequencies, and I felt that I can't engage with life the way I did it before. It was a total different engagement. And yes, in that moment, I had to ask for professional help because I didn't know what's happening to me. It was very disruptive and confusing.
Yeah.
So I was very blessed and lucky to meet an incredible man that he was on an awakening path, and he guided me towards this path, and made me feel comfortable that whatever is happening to me is a normal process, and maybe there are millions of people that are not going through this process yet, but all of them will. So then in that moment, things started to shift, and I started on a very accelerated path. And in February 2017, my channel opened to the Arcturians. Their frequency in that moment where my burnout happened was actually placed into my consciousness, but I couldn't access it directly because I could hear their messages in my head, but I couldn't channel them. I couldn't embody that frequency. And a year after, in February 2017, I was meditating actually very late in the evening, 12 o'clock in the evening. And I remember it was during the full moon. And then I felt a very high vibrational frequency that was flowing through my body. And I started to speak light language first thing. And I was very lucky again because in the space, it was my partner, and he was already a channeler. So I was supported in that. So I started to speak to him light language, and then I could speak English. So yes, this is how everything started. And my partner at that time, he helped me to anchor this frequency more into my physical body and to create a very clear channel of communication with them. Mm-hmm. So was a very fast-paced expansion and ascension, and my life had changed completely. I had to let go of many things. Like I had to let go of my job. I had to let go of my life, or friends, and I started to channel the Arcturians and then do energy healing and start teaching energy healing and organizing channeling sessions one-to-one with people and workshops in Ireland, because this happened in Ireland. And then from Ireland, I started to go in Belgium and in Glastonbury, and I got to meet so many incredible people and collaborators and friends that now I'm co-creating workshops with them in Europe, and very soon will happen in Bali as well. So this is in a snapshot, everything that had happened in the last 3 years for me. Yeah. And I'm very grateful to all the people that I have met in my life, and they brought so much clarity, and they helped me on my path towards my evolution. And I'm in a point now where I can help others. My process of upgrades, downloads, evolution, healing is still continuing, like for everyone else. But I'm very happy that I can serve the world, and finally, I found my purpose, and I knew it since I was very young that I would do totally something different than the path that my parents were presented to me and the society was presented, but I didn't know how that will kick in. So so this is how it happened.
Yeah. And it sounds like you've been supported along the way. You've had people and situations that have kind of just pushed you into that path, that spiritual path that you're on now. Yeah. And what kind of workshops do you offer? What kind of things do you do in your workshops?
I do workshops where I do shamanic work and channeling session, and I collaborate with friends that they have different skills. So I always collaborate with someone that can bring a little bit farther the work than the service. So I do cacao ceremonies, channeling and shamanic workshops where I have a very good friend that he is doing the shamanic part and the cacao ceremony, and this is very grounding because, you know, when I channel, I have the tendency myself and my spirit is going very much high, and it's good to have someone that is grounding me back and is grounding the people and the energies.
Yes.
So I always try to get into collaboration where I can complement my work with other healing work or ascension tools that can bring a balance in the workshops. So that was a series of channeling and shamanic workshops that I did with my friend Rob. And some of the people that are online here, they already attended this workshop. So so are quite beautiful. I started a new collaboration with a good friend of mine, Kathy, that she's channeling light language from Lyra, and she's doing breath work. And that was a very interesting collaboration as well, that is quite new, but is growing and is expanding. And we felt that Lyran and Arcturian energies are integrating very well. So this is another exploration that I'm doing together with her, and we are going to bring this workshop to Bali as well. And yes, and I feel that more of the workshops will integrate the shamanic part, breath work with channeling and light language. So this is how they will come together to make sure that we have all the elements, all the components within the space that we are creating for people, to offer them the connection not only with the Star Nation and Star Beings, the Galactic Federation, but also with Pachamama, with Mother Earth, and to ground and integrate those energy into Earth. So we are trying to bring a balance within the workshops, and I found it that this is the best formula so far. I'm very excited about this.
Wow, it sounds brilliant. Yeah, wonderful. Because it's important, really, isn't that we remember that we're here for a reason, and we're in these bodies for a reason. And we definitely need to kind of balance the physical and the spiritual and the different elements together to to bring this to Earth. There's a strong sense that it's people in these realms are here to kind of bring the love and the spiritual element to the Earth plane, and help to transform it from the inside out. Yes,
exactly. You mention it and describe it very well. Exactly. And part of the teachings of the Arcturians is to try to bring those energies and frequencies back to Earth and into our physical bodies, and to embody more of our multidimensionality and who we are, and to spread the love and light towards others with so much unconditionality. You know, it's always a teaching towards coming back into this physicality, into this plane, and spread the love and the light that we all have from our heart center. So this is the work, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and every day I've learned so many things from them, because I'm continuous communication with the Arcturians. They're guiding my life, and yes, there are magic and miracles happening every day, because when I am listening to the guidance, I'm in full flow and synchronicities with the universe. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I'm doing my own my own thing, because I want to experience the contrast. And then I found myself manifesting realities that are not so conducive for me, but this is a learning process and a learning curve that I choose. So it's always a co-creative experience with them, and I feel very blessed that I'm even here in Bali now, because they have guided me to be here. So yes, life, it's amazing when I really listen to the guidance, and I start to listen more and more, and to follow that guidance that is coming from the higher realms, and to try to discern and differentiate what is, what is my ego mind saying, and what is my lower mind, and what is my higher mind, my higher self, and the Arcturians, because there are so many layers, you know, in between. Like it's my physical body, and then is my higher self, and from my higher self are the councils of light. So there is an entire link happening in between me and them. So it is I feel that me and them, we are co-creating and co-evolving in the same time, because they are getting a lot of information and from my experience as well, and they love to see me evolving towards and becoming towards who I am supposed to be and become, and to get to that unity consciousness and sense of oneness that is within us. So it's an unfolding each and every day.
Yeah, that seems to be the purpose generally, is to become more and more into this unity consciousness and realize that we are all one, that we are all connected, and from that, you know, peace arises, and there's harmony restored. Yeah, well, I was going to ask something about you said about the Lyrans working with the Arcturians. Do you feel that is happening with many different races then? Would you sort of agree that that's kind of
yes
the case? Yeah.
Yes, the Arcturians are working actually with many other star nations and star councils, and they are co-creating by matching their frequencies with other nation frequencies and transmitting onto Earth a united frequency that is coming from collaboration, if I can say like that, but it's interdimensional, multidimensional level are just frequencies that are coming all together. And the Arcturians are working with Sirians because I am connected to Sirius as well. I'm not channeling directly because my main frequency is with Arcturus, but sometimes I receive messages from Sirius. And Lyra and Vega constellation are very much connected to Sirius as well. So yes, there is a collaboration, if I can say like that, in between the Arcturians, Sirians, Lyran, Pleiadians. These are the ones that I know and I had been told by the Arcturians. And there are also star nations, part of the Galactic Federation, that have a representative or a council from each civilization that are forming the Galactic Federation, which is guiding guiding everything is happening in terms of different councils that are connecting interdimensional, multidimensional level. Then from the 7 onwards, then from the 7 until 5th dimension, there are those councils that are coming into physicality, and you know, we have experienced spaceships and different types of contact and interactions with beings around the world. So there are different types, and the Galactic Federation is overlooking all these co-creation between all star nations.
Yeah. We've seen some crafts doing our CE5 work, and they're definitely visiting us.
Yeah.
And there's definitely feels like there's a purpose to it, to kind of encourage humanity to kind of wake up to greater reality.
Yeah.
To realize this greater connection, and to evolve spiritually, mentally, physically, to increase that contact, and to be able to co-create and cooperate with our galactic friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to realize that we're all interconnected and essentially the same consciousness in a multitude of forms. Yeah. The law of one material speaks quite heavily about UFO contact and sort of the reason that ETs are visiting us, and it reinforces what we're saying here, that the primary purpose for them visiting us is to help us wake up. And you know, then they're not here to experiment on us, or to harvest plants or take samples. They're here for our spiritual growth and to help us remember who we are.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic that this is becoming such a prolific thing now on the earth, and people like yourself are coming out and prepared to sort of say what you're doing. It's brave, but it's also very much needed at the moment, and it's definitely on the upswing. We heard from Costa just the other day, didn't we? A friend of ours in America who is in direct contact with the council as well, and he runs the disclosure network across the world.
Yeah, ET Let's Talk is the name of the website.
ET Let's Talk, yeah. And his latest message spoke about how the council are very pleased that the rate of growth of people waking up on the earth, and they're kind of reaching a tipping point now. Maybe you can collaborate this or say what your feeling is, but that this kind of thing of non-intervention is falling away now, where they're reaching a point where they no longer need to only appear to those who ask, because there's enough of us now that are making the call and inviting them to work with us to co-create a better world, that they can kind of step in more proactively now and appear to more people and in more places. And there's definitely a kind of energy in the air that something big is going to shift in the next couple of years. And
it's not just craft in the sky, it's like it is channeling messages, it's telepathic communication like you're doing now, and sharing with the world. It's the messages that come through, and showing that connection can happen internally and through ourselves, not just from seeing lights in the sky.
No, I think I've realized over the last couple of years, as I'm sure you have, the lights in the sky phenomena is almost kind of just chapter one. It's kind of that's not the important work. That's kind of almost like the wake up call for people. And the real work happens through the kind of stuff that we're doing, through inner work and through channeling and meditation and healing and light work and stuff. That's where the real kind of contact happens.
Yeah, it's part of our evolution, isn't it? To remember our abilities and remember that we are able to communicate on so much more levels than just verbally.
Yes.
Yeah,
and it's something you realise through CE5, don't you? I think it often comes up in conversations with groups that the kind of aerial phenomena is literally stage one.
Yeah,
it's it's important, but it, like you say, it's the feet on the ground doing the work and going out and healing the planet and spreading the message that is where the real work is.
Yeah, somebody asked a message actually about removing evil spirits. I'm getting a sense that there's a sense of fear around this, and I think that is common for people who are very new or don't quite understand what we've just been speaking about, that there's some danger or risk involved. Can you just have you had this kind of thing before? Have you had these questions before, like what's coming through? Is it safe and so on?
Yes, people ask me about this, and it's a very good question, and I'm very happy that I have received these questions because it's a very common one. So the first contact that I had with the Arcturians were mostly messages that I received in my mind, and the energy that I have received from them in the same time that I was accompanying the messages was a very loving, kind energy, mostly like so refined and so light, mostly angelic energy that I received in my physical body. So it was a relationship between me and them that had developed in time. And then when I was fully in vibrational alignment with them, I was able to open up my crown chakra and receive them in my physical body, because I am a trance medium indeed. So I am embodying this frequency fully, which means that my voice is changing. They are using my hands to draw light language, and they're using my throat chakra for using different sound frequencies for healing. So I am often told about what is their intention and why I'm connected to them. And I'm not the only channeler in the world. It seems that these advanced civilizations are connecting to souls that come from this planet, that had been created on this planet. And it seems that we had a mission beforehand, before coming in the physical body, to transmit these frequencies. So this is a soul contract that had been done there. And probably it's not the first time that when myself I'm doing this in probably another parallel realities in timeline, I'm still doing it. And it's something that it's a tool that all of us we have. It's not that I'm special. I'm not special. I'm just reached a vibrational alignment with the work that I have done and the help that I have received, that I'm able just to open my crown chakra. But this is the reason, like me on earth and other channelers are doing this work to show to others and empower others that they can open up to channel and they can receive messages from their spirit guides. is it very important when someone is opening to channel to be very grounded and to ask for the highest guidance to flow through their bodies, or for the highest guidance to receive as messages in their minds, because everything is about vibrational alignment. If you have a lot of fear in your energy field and you are sending a signal to the universe towards a frequency that you want to connect, then your vibrational match will be to a being or a consciousness that is matching your vibration at the level that you are. This means that you might connect with something, an entity that is not in alignment with and is not coming from the light. So it's very important that when you send out the intention to be your physical body, and you have to be in full alignment within yourself and to ask for the highest guidance to flow into your body, or to receive messages and to be connected to the heart center and to send out the heart frequency, the unconditional love that we all are. So then there is no mistake on connecting to evil spirits or entities or low vibrational realities. If you are coming from a place of love, you are connected to love. If you are coming from a place of fear, then you are connected to fear. It's just the law of attraction. And this is how universe works, and this is how I have connected to the Arcturians. It's just a vibrational match, and it's just a frequency that is matching my frequency, and I always put the intention to connect to them. Someone asked me actually why I'm not connecting to other civilizations, and the answer is because I have only my intention to connect to the Arcturians, because I feel that at the moment I'm doing an incredible work with them and I have so much to learn from them. So it's like a relationship, when you start a relationship and there is a give and take, I learn so much from them, and then I share this knowledge with others. So I nurture and cultivate this relationship, and maybe in the future I will open up to other teams that are there, because we can always pick the team that we want to work with. So it's a very deliberate action, it's not something that is taking over or the control. We are very aware and conscious, and this is a very deliberate action that we are doing it. So I hope I answered to the question, and I know many people are asking me, and I do understand the fear behind the question, like the need to protect, and this is coming very much from social conditioning, and because the humanity has been controlled and numbed for thousands of years to not use all the tools that we have in the physical body and in the electrical body, energetic body. We are, we don't only have a very good engineered body, but we have a lot of tools that we can access in our energy field. And this is something new for humanity, but people are opening up more and more to it.
Yeah. As we face the shadows, the fears that are within us, and we heal them and we shed light on them, that's when the fears drop, don't they? And we're able to make these connections. So it's this sense of evil spirits or darkness is a reflection back on us to kind of look at what's actually causing those fears and to address them and to send love and healing to that part of us that still holds that fear, because it's, as you say, it is societal. It is something that we've been ingrained with growing up, and with different belief systems, and it's the unknown as well, isn't it? It's facing the unknown. So really it's an opportunity to, when we have those fears, to address them and to clear them and allow us to then grow from the experience.
To remember that every experience that we encounter is there for our own growth, regardless of what it is. So it's natural to be fearful, I think, in some cases. I've met with all of it in the past as well. I've lost friends because of this kind of work. I've had people sort of walk away from being friends because of the contact work and stuff. And it's unfortunate, but it does come from a place of fear. So
yes, and I do understand this very much when it comes to fear, and fear to the unknown, and to connect to things that you really can't explain, because you don't have any proof in the past. Like it's not something that you can touch and feel. The guys that I'm connecting to are light beings, so I can't take a photo of them and put it on my and say this is the team I'm working with. So imagine coming out from a corporate environment and telling to everyone that I'm channeling an alien civilization had been a big shock for many people, you know, and I have never been afraid to speak my truth and stay centered and stay in my power when it comes to the Arcturians and the work that I'm doing with them, because this is my truth, working with them. And I have seen so many people that benefited from the light codes and transmissions and activations that they have received. And I'm very blessed and humbled and honored that I am able to transmit this frequency to people, and they can take in their energy fields and use it in their own healing and ascension process. So it's cool.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, we're at a really exciting time in history, aren't we? There's an acceleration generally of awakening going on, and many more star seeds are coming to the earth plane. I mean, you know, in this recent period of the last few decades, more and more are incarnating, and some are going through the awakening, first stages of awakening process. And I think it's fantastic that we have you, Livia, here to talk about your experience and to show encouragement to those that maybe are still unsure or not sure what's going on, that maybe they're going through a lot of changes, maybe there's lots of things shifting for them. And hopefully this is kind of a message that, hey, you're not on your own, there are others. And if you feel there's something more to your life, that's a sign that there is. Yeah. And if things don't feel like they're going quite so well, or things changing and you're not sure what's going on, hold in there and know that you're not on your own, and there is a greater purpose. You are being guided. You know, things happen for a reason.
Yeah, they do.
And it's an exciting time to be alive, and we all have a purpose to play.
Yeah, we do. We all have a part to play.
Yeah, and I'm very happy, Rachel, that you mentioned this, because on the first stage of my awakening, I felt so isolated, especially when I start to have disconnection with different frequencies and I don't know what's happening to me. And at that moment in time, I was not connected. I didn't even have a Facebook account. I opened my Facebook account in 2017, actually. So it was so late. So I was not connecting so much with the world. I was in my bubble there. And then I felt that something is happening to me, and it was very hard until I started to find connections. But the Arcturians and my guardian angels and, you know, all the light beings that are working with me, and they had worked with me since very young, but I didn't know who they are because I always received signals. They sent me in my life people that can open me up to more and more, to expand my horizons, and to realize that I'm not the only one in Ireland that was doing this. So I was so happy, and I felt supported and I felt helped. And I want to transmit this message also to everyone that is going through a very fast, accelerated awakening, or even if it's not fast, they are not alone. And there are so many support groups on Facebook and Instagram and social media, and there are so many avenues that can be explored now. And the fact that people all over the world are start opening more to yoga and meditation, this is exceptional. And we are evolving so fast. We are evolving fast, and you can see differences happening. Like we are ascending to high vibrational realities, and people have access to them so quickly. And what I have noticed is that now the waves of awakening and the waves of energy that are sent onto Earth makes people awake fast. So it's not happening how it was before, since 2012, when people was a very gradual and you had time to understand what's happening. Now, for someone, what happened to me in a couple of years can happen in a couple of months. So that's so important, for us to transmit this message out and tell to these people that they are not alone, that they are supported, and we are here to help each other. Actually, this is why we are, the people that are in this maybe more accelerated awake process to help others. We just started, so this is because the idea in the end is just to make ourselves so empowered and so aware that we are powerful beings of light that came in these physical bodies and this plane of existence to explore all these tools that had been given to us with birth. And there are so many tools that we can explore. So with our physical body and energetic body and light body. So should be playful, but we are going through through stages.
Yeah.
Well, even in the playground, there's some scary rides.
There are.
It's just remembering it's a ride. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a ride.
Just a ride. So it just feels like a good point to maybe have a little interval and then come back, and if you're happy, we'll go into talking to the Arcturians. Is that okay with you?
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so I now invoke Council of Life from Arcturus, my star family, to flow into my body now. And here we are, dear ones, Council of Light from Arcturus, connecting to you in this time-space reality, in this co-created timeline in between dimensions, where all of you agreed to come together into this gathering. We are very honored to share our frequency with each and one of you and feel your fields more accurately. We are always happy to reconnect back through this vessel and answer to your questions, but merely we are happy to see so many beings awakening to their remembering and receiving us with more receptivity and opening than before. We are beaming our frequencies from the 6th, 7, and 8 dimension for many years of your linearity, for you to get used with, for you to get accustomed with. And now we are channeling our frequency through different vessels of light from Arcturus. And this is indeed just the beginning of our interaction. We are beaming our frequencies mainly in the vortexes of light on your planet. And we do recommend you to visit these places. We are referring to this island, to Peru, to sacred sites, megalithic stones. Our light ships are always anchoring into the Gaia grids. The frequencies of awakening, of remembering through these portals of light. Now that we had this short introduction about us, we are ready to interact with you, dear ones. We love this way of interaction through words, but we would prefer more alignment into vibrational field to be able to communicate more with you as the words we are using through different vessels with cold energy that you receive it in your field in 40% of what you would receive if we would communicate with you through sound, through energy transmission, through your portal of your third eye. But we do still enjoy this worldly way of interaction. So, dear ones, we are ready to receive your question.
We can ask questions? Yeah?
Yes, please.
Hello, greetings. I'm Andy. I'm beyond delighted to receive your transmission. I'm anticipating and looking forward to connecting with you. I hear what you say about megalithic stones, as I'm intending to visit some in the next month. I understand you advise deep meditation and constructing an energetic platform to receive transmissions and contact. Have you any other further advice I would to offer us? I would gladly hear it.
We have, dear one, so many tools to share with you all, and we are very excited of your question, of your eagerness, as we feel you so excited of this interaction, and we are sending our presence, our frequency, our code into your light field now.
Wow. Thank you very much.
We will answer to your question.
Yes.
So, dear one, the first tool that you can use is indeed silent contemplation, or you call it meditation, as this is the way you can connect to interdimensional realms, to your highest aspect, to yourself, and many aspects of yourselves from different timelines. We recommend to use this tool, and might seem simple, but is very profound to the levels and the layers that you can receive by using it constantly. We are recommending to use this tool every day if it's possible of your linearity. We know sometimes, dear ones, that even allocating a little bit of your time might create distortions in your mental programming, but we advise you that this tool is incredibly powerful. We recommend you, as we started our transmission, visiting point vortexes on planet Earth and connecting to the grids, to the Gaia grid, where we are transmitting and storing frequency. All you need to do is go on the site and connect with intention to receive the most upgraded frequencies available on planet Earth, as we are beaming different frequencies You are shifting realities so fast, and you are achieving higher level of consciousness. We are beaming different frequencies in different times of your realities, which means in linear terms that frequency that we are beaming in this month will be totally different than the one in your 6 months from now. So connecting with intention in those sites, you are downloading in your field the latest upgrade for your DNA, for your light body, for your physical body. We recommend to drink water consciously and spend more time in your waters, in your oceans and seas. The reason is that the frequencies from Gaia grid are going straight into the water, which is conducive for receiving in your electrical body those frequencies. Another tool is staying in your pillar of light, dear one. We have transmitted recently an advanced tool of healing from our medical assistant team, the 13 pillars crystal light. This is advanced, but you can start with connecting consciously with the column of ascension. The column of ascension is a pillar of light streaming from the galactic sun through all your energetic centers down into the crystal core of the earth. By connecting to the column of ascension, bodies, your DNA, your physical apparatus is starting changing and adapting to the new frequency that you are achieving in that column of ascension. We will teach you more about this tool, which is very simple, but is the most powerful ascension tool that you can use. We will ask Elva to write down this download for you all and share it with you all in a very easy way to apply. If you use these 4 tools we gave you now, dear one, you will get to a level of understanding of your presence in this physical body and in this plane of existence. More and more, you will tap in your unique expansion process. Did we answer to your question, dear one?
Thank you. Thank you for being with us. We have
Thank you.
a question to put to you from Victoria. She says it's about the environmental crisis and healing the earth through energy and the crystal body. So I will unmute Victoria and let her speak for herself. Okay, Victoria?
Thank you for receiving my question. I today see what is happening on our planet, and I want to know if there are any tools that you would recommend using in order to accelerate the healing process on planet Earth and heal the damage that has been done by the human race. And that is my question. That is my question.
Link, we thank you for your question, and we feel your field as we have interacted at vibrational level before. Dear one, what you are experiencing on your planet is being a disaster, and it is based on your levels of values. Represent a reflection of the evolution from the collective consciousness, dear one. We would like to mention, the more you focus on what is going wrong on your planet, the more you will access those realities where you will see more and more disasters, more and more earthquakes, more and more tsunamis, more and more pollution. It is a choice, dear one. We do feel your pure intention of changing the world, but we recommend you, dear starseed, to raise to your highest aspect and access those realities where the earth is indeed healed, is indeed in pure harmony with all kingdoms, with human kingdom, with animal kingdom, with plant kingdom, with mineral kingdom. By accessing those realities, you will be able to shift not only your consciousness, your unique blueprint consciousness, but also the collective consciousness, dear one. Remember that you are in an physical reality, which is a reflection, which is a projection, which is an agreement for you to experience the contrast in order to access those realms within yourself that will lead you to different projections that are more aligned with your soul purpose. Know that when you will ascend or access is a better word towards those realities, you will see radical changes in your world. You will see pure waters. You will see pollution less. Know that there is indeed the third dimensional world and other parallel earths in the same time as you have parallel realities. Is your choice, dear one, to choose the reality you want to experience. But on this way, on this journey toward the fifth dimensional consciousness, you will access realities that are aligned with a more evolved collective consciousness and realities that are not. The second wave of ascension, the second wave of people that will awake in your timelines are the ones who want to revolt against the system, but this is creating a disruption, an energy that is not aligned with the fifth dimensional world, as this is amplifying the energies of lack and creating more chaos. We already have seen this wave starts awakening to a different understanding that inspired actions have to come through alignment with the vibrational frequency, not actions taken against the system, dear one. The system is not there for you to fight against, is for you to dissolve by changing your perception, your perspective, and altering this perspective and perception in the collective consciousness, dear one. We know that you earthlings are used to fight. We know that you have encoded in your DNA this warrior aspect of fighting back, of lifting up, of creation and destroy in the same time, to create and destroy. But the new world is emerging through energy, dear one. It's not a physical reality you can change by taking physical actions. And we know if this message will not resonate with you in this moment now, it will click into a future timeline. Did we answer to your question, dear one?
Thank you. I think that's answered the question for Victoria.
Thank you.
And I think what you've said resonates and has answered the next couple of questions as well. To clarify, if you would, that in order to bring about change, we need to not fight against or focus on what it is we wish to change, but we have to focus on the reality that we wish to live within. Is that the essence of what you're saying?
Yes, dear one, this is the essence that we are transmitting. And know that if you couldn't follow the words, the flow of words from and through this transmission, everything has been sent in your energy field, and structural changes are made in your field to access this understanding into your conscious mind. And indeed, we confirm that fighting against is creating disruption or attraction of what is not desired. And most of you start to integrate the law of the universe more and more in your conscious mind. Aspiring to inspire is where you are all heading towards, dear one.
Thank you.
We would like just to add a little comment on this, and this is referring to how fast you are accessing new realities which are not seen on your physical level, which are not perceived in a conscious way, dear one, but you are already accessing realities where you will see changes in your physical reality more and more. Some of them will be so radical that you will then realize that you did a quantum jump into a reality that is aligned with your new accessed frequency. This is where we will meet you more and more into that field of alignment, dear one, and this will allow us to connect more and more with you into a physical way, as this is a preparation time, a vibrational preparation time for our direct contact. Is this answering to your question, dear one?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Violet Flame asks, how can we shift the heart resonance of all of the collective?
With intention, dear ones, you use violet flame of transmutation. You use different color tools had been presented to you by your star family. And with intention, you connect to the collective consciousness and transmute. But we do have a node here, as we have seen Elva transmuting through her physical body, not in a conscious way, all lower dense realities from the collective. And this is not good if you don't have a very high level of discernment in between what is yours and what is the collective. So we do recommend to use violet flame for transmutation for the collective in a very conscious way, and to not let in your field through the links that you have with this higher consciousness. Don't let in your field anything that you would transmute individually, and use your life force energy for transmutation. Use this tool into a more detached way with trust and intention. And when you want to do this, call us, call your star family, call the councils you are working with for support, for holding the space. This already had been done by other groups of earthlings that are coming together and doing these global gatherings, intention, meditation, that are accessing the collective. But we still have notes to those gatherings as well. These are not in pure alignment. So, dear ones, if you want to gather together and use different color like tools and high vibrational frequencies for accelerating the collective consciousness, do it when you are in pure alignment with your heart resonance, when you all are in pure alignment with each other, and then use these tools on the collective. Otherwise, things will seep into your fields, energies that you will be confused after.
Would it be possible to be guided through a meditation now as we are here with you, please?
We love to do so, and we gave us the opportunity to introduce this tool that we have said, the column of ascension. Dear ones, we invite you to visualize how a golden pillar of light is descending from the galactic sun, going through the galactic star portal, going through the soul star portal, going through the higher self portal, going through your crown chakra and connecting now to your pineal gland. Let this golden light energy now envelop like a blanket your pineal gland and activate the crystal inside your pineal. As this energy is coming straight from the galactic sun, you might feel slightly hot around your head area or tingling sensation. We are connecting your pineal gland with your third eye now. Let this energy create a bridge in between your pineal and your third eye. Visualize the third eye and this golden energy now moving into clockwise direction in creating a vortex just in front of your the space in between your eyebrows, dear one. We will use a sound frequency to create this bridge as we are very excited, as you are all opening more to this galactic frequency. Let this golden energy from the galactic sun going now to your throat chakra. From your throat into your heart, expanding your heart. All the chambers of your heart are infused with this warm energy, sun-like energy. Let it now travel through your sacral, through your solar plexus, through your root, down into your feet, from the feet going through the layers of the earth, connecting to the crystal Gaia crystal now. And see this energy now traveling down through the layers of the earth until it's getting onto the other side of the earth and splitting onto two, encompassing the earth into a toroidal form and coming back into the central channel. Let this energy now stream through all 12 chakras and going through the layers of the earth until the crystal core and coming onto the other side. Feel this flow of energy, dear ones. Let the energy travel through your pineal gland and feel the activation through your pineal gland into your throat and heart. Now, from the realms of your heart, we invite you to expand this galactic energy into your aura. Your aura is like an egg-shaped form around your physical body. Let this energy expand from your heart center. And with intention now, we ask you to expand your energy into your energy fields. 50 meters. Expand this energy back and front, left and right. 50 meters, dear one. Now, Expand this light onto your state, onto your country, and see from your country expanding now onto the whole planet. Visualize how this golden light now is encompassing the earth, activating all the earthlings into their heart frequency now. We want you to visualize this column of ascension now above each and every person on earth, billions of earthlings now. Now, with your intention, say in your mind, I now activate all earthlings into their highest frequency. I now send my unconditional love to all earthlings on planet Earth. I now access the collective consciousness and enveloping it with love and light. I trust my work is important on this planet. I trust this activation is well received by all humanity for the highest good of all. Now, dear ones, we would like to ask you, each and one of you, to bring your column of ascension into your proximity with intention. So ask the light, now that you send your energy field, to come back to 30 meters around you into a more concentrated way. Ask the light now to come into your aura, and from your aura now into your heart. We ask you and invite you to place both hands on your heart, on top of your physical heart. Take a minute and connect to this galactic frequency, dear ones, individually through your heart center. When you are ready, we invite you to come back fully aware of your physical bodies and anchored in this reality. Are you still with us, dear ones?
Thank you. That was beautiful.
It was. It's very powerful.
Yes.
Thank you.
We thank you for creating this opportunity for us to share our frequency, and we just taught you how to use the column of ascension, not only for your daily practices, but also to connect to the collective consciousness. We recommend you after this transmission to drink plentiful of water and to let the energy sink in to your heart more and more. Don't worry, you will remember everything we have said today in a very conscious and precise way. Everything is stored in your fields now. Do you have any other questions for us, dear ones?
Thank you. One more question from Victoria. She says,
Yes, please.
Are we allowed to eat after this meditation? I think is the question. Is that correct?
Is it recommended?
Is it recommended to eat or no eating after this for a while? Let me
Dear ones, we advise you to drink plentiful of water, and if your body is asking you for more foods, more fuel, we recommend you to eat light, but not the frequency that we are transmitting. To eat light foods, dear one. That was a little joke, but we don't know to laugh.
Light food.
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
Yes, it has.
To connect.
We are always here, dear ones. You can connect to us with intention, and we are always answering the call.
Yes, I had a question about where to, which places, monolithic places or sacred places to actually go to. If there are any specific places that would be most beneficial for us and the collective on this planet?
There are many of them, but we are beaming our frequency in Europe mostly and other places on Earth. We like to connect to the interdimensional portal from Avalon area. We like to connect to what you call Stonehenge, what you call Avebury, what you call Silbury Hill. We want to invite more Earthlings to travel into the sacred site. We would like you to visit sacred sites and pyramids as well. From Egypt, we are beaming our light more and more through the galactic sun and in synchronization with Sirius on the pyramid of Giza. In this timeline of your reality, you can connect to it energetically. We would recommend you to visit the galactic portals, the galactic star gates from your Peru region, from your Mexico region. This island where Elva resides is a powerful energetic center. But most and foremost important is for you to listen to your guidance, your unique guiding system, and go in those places where you are drawn towards. As for you, there are different light codes in different locations, dear ones. You might find unpopular stone circle, dear one, that is staying on a very high vortex in your region. You are able to access the codes and downloads there. So listen to your guidance, listen to your intuition, listen to the vibrational alignment within yourself. Listen to your heart coherence. We are able to give you through Elva all sites where our frequency is being, but that will help some of you which are in proximity of those pillars. You can't travel everywhere in the same time with your physical body and your physical means of transportation, but we advise you to use more the tools that we have gave you through the 13 pillar crystal transmission to access these sites through bilocation, using your consciousness to travel in all these places at once, and then you can take these codes in. This is a more advanced tools, and we don't want to put pressure on you, dear earthlings, on accessing advanced tools now, but we can offer you this as an alternative, as we know this transmission will be heard and integrated and will reach many people that they are able to expand their consciousness at once into all these sites. If in more practical terms, we can offer this information as a download written through this vessel, dear ones.
That would be much appreciated and very helpful.
Thank you for this question. We would love to see more of you visiting these vortexes, especially in this timeline of planetary alignment.
We know where to go then.
Yes, thank you for your presence with us. It's been very beneficial and very powerful, and perfect timing as always.
Yes.
We thank you for the invitation, dear ones, and we are very honored working with you and transmitting our frequency. We love co-creating with you, and we love you so much. From the regions where we reside, we are sending you our infinite love. Namaste.
Namaste.
I'll come back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for being the vessel and channel for these beautiful beings. Oh, unmuted, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for being the channel for this beautiful transmission. It was very powerful.
Yeah, that was quite something.
Yes, thank you. We've unmuted everyone, so if anybody wants to chip in, say thank you, give any comments, you're welcome to now.
I'll take a few minutes, everyone can say hello and thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Livia. It was amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Livia.
you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We'll edit the video and get the final production up and out there, so other people can also benefit and listen to this back. Those that wanted to join but couldn't.
Thank you so much, Rachel and David, for this for your opening and for creating this space and transmitting the Arcturian frequency.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
A pleasure.
And thank you to everyone who joined us today.
It's great having this community, and I really felt that connection between us all, especially during that meditation.
Yes.
Felt like we did some really good energetic work today on ourselves and the collective. So thank you for being.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
It's wonderful.
Enjoy your day.
Okay. Well, we better let Livia get some rest after that.
Thank you. I need to ground indeed.
Yes.
Sending you all my love.
Lots of love. Okay. Bye for now.
Thank you
Blessings,
very
everyone.
much.
Bye. Bye.